Breaking news. Relying on a former, the parenting style of Jessa Duggars Seewald has been the subject of controversy on many occasions. There have been accusations that the 31-year-old mother is exploiting her children for social media endorsements. However, this isn't Ben's wife's only problem. Someone even said that she exhibits lazy parenting on Reddit. Continue reading to see the conversation. Once again, Jessa is gracing social media with entertaining family photos and videos. Ben is the best cook in the world, according to the Counting On veteran, who gushed over his fantastic spread on their last house date last week. That puts an end to rumors that the couple is having marital problems as well. Jeremy and Jinger even joined the fray on their most recent podcast, denying the allegations leveled against Ben and Jessa. Redditors have spoken on Jessa's parenting style and the reasons for her numerous problems. Some say the former Counting On star blanket trained her children, which is an unethical way to raise children. Others brought up the incident when she shared a video from her home showing a stack of 10 diapers on her dresser, which caused widespread horror. Some viewers saw this as an indication that Jessa Duggars Seewald is an unmotivated mom. Some even went so far as to accuse her of being lazy since she bought her children's birthday gifts from Amazon. I recall an earlier video she uploaded from their previous residence, in which she had, 10 soiled diapers stacked on top of her dresser. The general public found that repulsive. In one particular home tour, the protagonists proudly display their clogged toilet, complete with its contents. Her parenting reflects her extremely dull and uninteresting personality. It seems like she doesn't take pleasure in her children. Unwrapped gifts only. Nothing fancy, just an ordinary Amazon package. Would it be so bad if she tried to make her children's birthdays more special? I don't think it's so much about her sloppy upbringing as it is about the general lack of cleanliness in her home and her careless parenting. Also making waves in September of last year were family images shared by Jessa Duggars Seewald, in which a few of her children seemed to conceal her in a strange manner. Some viewers of Counting On have taken this as a sign that she is expecting her sixth child. Some people think Jessa is well over her due date if she follows a certain pattern when it comes to having children. After their trip, Jessa admitted to a fan in the post comments area that she wasn't expecting and blamed too much ice cream for her miscarriage. Every family, like the Duggars of Counting On, is subject to the unrelenting gaze of reality TV. As one of the most famous Duggars siblings, Jessa Duggars Seewald has often been the target of criticism for the way she raises her children. Both Jessa's supporters and her detractors have been vocal about their disapproval of her lazy parenting in recent years on social media. Some are criticizing her strategy, while others are defending her decisions due to this impression. To really grasp Jessa's parenting style, one must go beyond the staged photos and edited situations that make up her social media posts, despite the fact that she is famously candid. Are Jessa's decisions really an effort to encourage her children to be self-reliant and independent, or is she just being lazy? It becomes evident that Jessa's parenting style could be more deliberate than her detractors think when they look at her background, principles, and the challenges of being a public figure parent. Looking into Jessa's background may help us understand her approach to parenting. Jessa had an unconventional upbringing as one of 19 children. Conservative principles, religious fervor, and individualism are central to the Duggar family's worldview. Because of their big family, the Duggar children grew up in a regimented household where the older kids helped take care of the younger ones. This method, called the buddy system, was vital in establishing discipline and instilling a sense of personal accountability. Jessa probably picked up some parenting skills from seeing her younger siblings as she grew up in this household and got used to having a lot on her plate. The Duggars' unique parenting style may shock some viewers, but it has inspired Jessa to go beyond the box when it comes to her own children's upbringing. Ivy, Henry, Fern, and Spurgeon are the 4 children that Jessa is now a mother to. The principles she upheld as a child are mirrored in her parenting approach, which places an emphasis on practical life skills, autonomy, and responsibility. Nevertheless, her online moments often face backlash from others who see her decisions through a different cultural prism. A lot of people get the wrong idea about Jessa's lazy parenting because of how social media is selective. Being a parent in today's overly scrutinized environment might make one seem indifferent or even negligent, but in reality, her approach is more nuanced. Jessa has been forthright about her preference for a hands-off approach to parenting, valuing autonomy over micromanagement. One area where Jessa has taken heat is in the manner she handles the everyday activities, duties, and playtime of her children. Some people think she's uninvolved since she takes a passive attitude. Maybe what Jessa is trying to do is encourage her kids to think creatively and independently when faced with challenges. Lots of people thought it was laziness on Jessa's part to not step in and clean up after her children as they were playing in a particularly dirty video she posted. Child development specialists, on the other hand, often sing the praises of this kind of play because of the ways in which it encourages discovery, imagination, and education. Jessa may be assisting her children in developing crucial life skills, confidence, and independence by letting them play without always interfering or micromanaging. Far from neglect, Jessa stresses independence and resilience. The reality that encouraging these traits in kids may be vital to their growth is something her detractors fail to mention. Giving kids the freedom to explore, experiment, and learn from their own experiences may help them develop resilience and independence. Independence fosters children's self-esteem, social skills, and problem-solving ability, according to parenting experts. The fact that Jessa wants her kids to be self-sufficient from an early age is something she has spoken about publicly. She stresses the importance of their taking initiative and completing modest household responsibilities, such as putting away their toys, assisting with light cleaning, and learning to share and play fairly with one another. To those who see parenting as an ongoing process of micromanaging, this method may seem lazy, but it really represents a well-planned approach that is in line with child-centered approaches. In addition, this method is consistent with Jessa's childhood, when she and her siblings were all expected to pitch in and help out. The fundamental principle of self-sufficiency is the same, even if her present technique differs from the buddy system she encountered as a youngster. Giving children space to develop is just as important as overscheduling and micromanaging, which is something that parents in today's society tend to do. Jessa's attitude is a good reminder of this. The fact that social media inherently warps reality is one of Jessa's greatest obstacles. The public seldom gets to see the whole background behind her parenting decisions, while fans and detractors only witness meticulously crafted glimpses. The power of social media to magnify fleeting events often leads to misunderstandings on her approach to parenting. For example, if she posted a photo of her kids eating something fast and easy, people could think she's lazy. But Jessa, a busy mother of 4, understands the need to strike a balance between convenience and quality time. Parenting, in the end, isn't about trying to be the best parent, it's about discovering what works for your family. Sharing these raw, unfiltered moments from time to time allows Jessa to show her fans the actual, unfiltered side of family life, which may or may not align with their idealized conception of parenthood. Just like every other mom, Jessa has recognized her flaws and the difficulties she encounters. She knows that being open and honest about her flaws would make her vulnerable to criticism, yet she still chooses to be honest nevertheless. But it's also what draws in her admirers, who love that she's honest about the struggles she has as a mother. In spite of the naysayers, Jessa is well supported. Numerous admirers and authorities in the field of parenting have come to her defense, stating that her approach to parenting is refreshing in a society that often places excessive demands on women. Some look up to her as an example of a conscious parent who defies the pressure to live up to unrealistic expectations. For instance, according to parenting expert Dr. Laura Markham, kids need room to play alone in order to develop their imaginations and problem-solving skills. It helps youngsters build resilience when parents allow them time to explore and sort things out, says Dr. Markham. Trusting your child to navigate their world is the key to this parenting style. Although Dr. Markham has refrained from directly addressing Jessa, her parenting style and beliefs are quite similar. Her method is in line with these expert findings since Jessa lets her kids play freely and encourages them to assist out around the home. Although her outlook isn't for everyone, it is based on her knowledge of her children's abilities and weaknesses. Reality TV stars, such as Jessa Duggars Seewald, face more scrutiny as parents. Her every move is analyzed, argued, and often misinterpreted. Despite this, Jessa remains unmoved by the criticism and continues raising her children in a manner that she believes is according to her principles. Those who accuse Jessa of being a lazy parent must understand the nuanced nature of her decisions. Parenting is an individualized process. Strategies that benefit one family could backfire on another. Rather than being careless, Jessa intentionally prioritizes her children's needs by teaching them to be self-reliant, resilient, and to have good life skills. The lazy parenting accusation leveled on Jessa Duggar Seewald is mostly due to social media-fueled misunderstandings and unreasonable expectations. Jessa's method serves as a gentle reminder that parenting isn't about micromanaging or trying to be the ideal parent, rather, it's about teaching children lifelong skills and values. Jessa has shown that the term lazy is inaccurate, maybe intentional, better describes her choice of career path. Being a hands-on, but hands-off parent might be challenging in today's social media-driven culture. But Jessa offers a new take on the subject via her honesty and focus on independence. The principles of independence, perseverance, and genuineness that Jessa instilled in her children will undoubtedly be the defining characteristics of her parenting style.